just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be.
Welcome to the show. You're one-on-one with Wesley Sports Guy here on YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, and online all the time at wesleysportsguy.com. Bookmark that site if you want to get all my social media links, the podcast link, leave a 5-star review. If you like what you're listening to on all the various podcast platforms, you can get the link conveniently located for you at wesleysportsguy.com. NFL Weekly Reviews are live after every week of action in the NFL season. The NBA, NHL seasons are just around the corner, so is October baseball, and that is the theme of this week's episode. The MLB postseason is just about to start, getting into the last week of the regular season. The marathon is just about over. I almost said sprint. No, it's not a sprint. The marathon is almost over in the Major League Baseball season. And as we get ramped up for October, this episode is going to focus on just a few of the players that are having amazing seasons, which is kind of helping to emphasize my love of baseball as my number one favorite sport. Yes, even more than football, it is Major League Baseball, even with its problems, even with my team being as terrible as it is, starting at the top. I've said many, many times before about the Angels and the status of that franchise. But I'm going to focus on some other areas and other players going into this episode. Thank you again for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell to get notified when all of these videos are posted on this channel, whether it be at YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, or Odyssey. For starters, we'll focus on some hitters that I think are having some amazing seasons, potentially MVP candidates as well. We will start in the National League with first baseman Freddie Freeman of the Los Angeles Dodgers. I still can't get used to the fact that he's wearing a Dodgers uniform and not a Braves uniform, but that's another topic for another day. He's having a stellar season with a .327 average, 20 home runs, 97 RBIs, an on-base percentage of .409. Oh, and with that .327 batting average, he's leading the National League in that category with 194 total hits on the year and 46 doubles to boot. So Freddie Freeman, Mr. Consistency. He is bringing that to the LA Dodgers, which is a huge reason why the Los Angeles Dodgers, and these stats, by the way, are as of September 30th from MajorLeagueBaseball.com. It will be .com to be more specific, but these stats are as accurate as of September 30th and the end of those games' actions, or those days' actions, those games. You know what I mean. Anyway, Freddie Freeman, amazing season. That's the reason why the LA Dodgers have 109 wins, franchise record. Not going to get into if I'm going to crown them the World Series champions. Not going to happen, but hey, if you like what you're seeing on this video, leave a comment. Do you think Freddie Freeman's your National League MVP? Or is it the next guy that I'm about to talk about? Paul Goldschmidt, first baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals, with a batting average of .319 and 35 home runs, 114 RBIs. With those numbers, he was chasing a potential triple crown in the National League, but he has far been surpassed by Pete Alonso, Kyle Schwarber in the home run department. Those two respectively have over 40 home runs on the season. And also Goldschmidt has been surpassed by Pete Alonso in the RBI department. So no chance of Goldschmidt getting that elusive National League Triple Crown. His OPS is .988 with 41 doubles. He has 7 stolen bases. And you might ask, hey, did he actually get caught stealing? Being a first baseman, having 7 steals, that's kind of impressive. But has he been caught stealing? Nope. That's a big 0 for the caught stealing department for Paul Goldschmidt. I'm tripping over my words this week. But Paul Goldschmidt has been a perennial base stealer for most of his career, going back to the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's had 20 stolen bases in a season more than a few times. Granted, he's getting up there in age now, but hey, he can still swipe it back if he wants to. That's not bad, all things considered, with the St. Louis Cardinals. And of course, on the hitting side, we're going to mention Aaron Judge, the New York Yankees' most likely American League MVP award winner. His batting average coming into October now, as I said, these stats are as accurate of September 30th, with a .313 batting average, 61 home runs, which ties the American League record for home runs in a season by Roger Maris of the also New York Yankees. And he also has 130 RBIs on the season. His OPS, which is combined slugging and on-base percentage, is a whopping 1,120, leads all of Major League Baseball. He also has tallied 131 runs scored. And you might say, well, when you hit 61 home runs, That's almost half of that run score total, but I would agree with that point. It's still an impressive stat to score 131 times, even if you're not hitting the amount of home runs that Aaron Judge has been hitting this season. He also has 16 stolen bases on top of his most likely MVP caliber season in the American League for the New York Yankees. On the pitching side of things, we're going to go to the American League with Justin Verlander, who is a potential Cy Young favorite. He did get banged up a little bit here down the stretch, but he is back. He's healthy. He's pitching for the Houston Astros again. As of September 30th, his stats are 17-4 with a win-loss record, 1.80 ERA, 175 strikeouts to only 28 walks, and a whip of .85, that is walks and hits per 9 innings. This with a 39-year-old pitcher, by the way. Justin Verlander is 39 years old, and he's doing this. I'm not going to apply any or cast any aspersions on anybody with these stats that I'm about to go over with you, but let's just say I hope these are legit. I'm talking about you, Fernando Tatis Jr. I hope these are all legit. But again, not casting any aspersions on anybody that I'm talking about here. Justin Verlander, a very impressive AL Cy Young possible season 2022 for the Houston Astros. Sandy Alcantara, the ace starting pitcher for the Miami Marlins, having a very good season. Also a candidate to win the Cy Young in the National League with his modest record of 14 wins, 9 losses, 2.28 ERA, has 207 strikeouts to only 50 walks. But here's the kicker. Here's the amazing thing about Alcantara's season. He has pitched in 228 2/3 innings for the Miami Marlins. Now, why would you say that's impressive and an unlikely thing to have to highlight here in this video? Alcantara, 228 2/3 innings pitched, because he has also thrown 6 complete games with 1 shutout this season. You don't see this anymore. Alcantara, I would say just on those stats alone, with the innings pitched and the complete games and shutouts, along with the ERA and the strikeouts and the win-loss record and everything else, although I don't weigh win-losses as much as I used to in the past, way back. But those numbers in and of itself, Alcantara should be the NL Cy Young winner. Not saying he will get it, but if I had a vote, he'd be the guy. That's impressive. You don't see this very often anymore, especially with the way teams emphasize bullpens over the starting pitching. I would be remiss in this video to not give a congratulatory message to Albert Pujols, getting home run number 700, and also just the other day, 701 career home runs to end his Hall of Fame caliber career. Absolutely first ballot all the way. Albert Pujols, dare I say, he is also the best hitter of this century, being that we are in the 21st century. This is the 22nd year of it, and Albert Pujols has been in the Major League since the 2001 season. So dare I say, he is potentially the best hitter of this century. Good luck topping the accomplishments that this guy has done. 3,000 plus hits, over 700 home runs. He's one of only 2 guys to ever do that, the other being the great and legendary Hank Aaron. So again, congratulations to Albert Pujols getting home run number 700 and also 701, continuing to add to his Hall of Fame career. Absolutely amazing. To finish up this video, I'm going to highlight Shohei Otani. Now, I, as an Angel fan, the only 2 reasons why I would watch the Angels is Shohei Otani and Mike Trout. Mike Trout has had another injury-riddled season, although he's hitting almost 40 home runs again in an injury-riddled season. Everything else hasn't looked so great, plus the team being as terrible as it is. Other than that, Shohei Otani, that's the reason why you watch. Mainly because the guy pitches and hits. He even pitches and hits on the same damn day in the American League. I know it's universal DH and everything else, but Otani is the reason why you now have that rule of the pitcher being able to hit in the same lineup, and also when he's not pitching, stays in the lineup as a hitter. He has single-handedly revolutionized the way you play the game. It's amazing to watch. And I will prove it here in these stats. Just the pitching stats first. 15 wins, 8 losses, 2.35 ERA, 213 strikeouts. These are better numbers than his MVP season last year. As a pitcher and a hitter, with those 213 strikeouts, he has walked only 43 in 27 starts 4 more starts as of September 30th than he had last season. And keep this in mind, with more starts, he has walked fewer batters, struck out more, and had a lower ERA than last season, which was his MVP season. Amazing. He also leads the majors in Ks per 9 at 11.9. What more do I need to say about Otani? Oh, that's right, he hits. He also hits. Now, granted, his hitting stats last year, I think, from the home run or RBI standpoint, were better total. Granted, there's still about another week left in the season, a little less than that, actually. But as of September 30th, his batting average, 276. He's also in the midst of, I believe, a 15-game hitting streak to end this season right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's 15 games. 34 home runs, 94 RBIs. He has also had 29 doubles. He's 1 double away from a 30-30 season, which is 30 home runs plus 30 doubles plus in the season, 30-30. You could also say that for stolen bases and home runs and everything else, but I'm talking about doubles and home runs here. And he also has 6 triples. This is a huge argument for why Otani will get a lot more American League MVP votes than people think. I know Aaron Judge is probably going to win it. Just the home run stat and RBI stat alone. If Aaron Judge does win the Triple Crown, which he's only a couple points behind in the batting average category to Luis Arias of the Minnesota Twins, who is just a couple points ahead of him in that category. I have a strong argument to make for Shohei Otani to also repeat as MVP. He has a strong case to also win the AL Cy Young with those pitching stats. Who do you think should be the AL and NL Cy Youngs, the MVPs in both leagues? Leave a comment down below. Do you think Otani could actually win the MVP instead of Aaron Judge? Or is it Aaron Judge's to lose, regardless of the Triple Crown or not? But I'm pretty sure he's going to get it. And even if he does win the Triple Crown, he's definitely going to get it, because I can go back to the argument when Miguel Cabrera won the Triple Crown, and I was making the argument that Mike Trout was the MVP that year. I can make the same argument this year with Otani, and I've got better stats and just the aesthetics of you've never seen this before to back it up, other than the Mike Trout-Miguel Cabrera debate. But again, leave a comment below if you like what you see here. Subscribe, hit that bell to get notified when all the latest videos are posted on this channel. Bookmark westthesportsguy.com for everything in the world of sports. It is all conveniently located for you at westthesportsguy.com. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell below to get notified when all the latest videos are posted on this channel, whether it be at YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, or Odyssey. Bookmark westthesportsguy.com to get the weekly reviews in the NFL, MLB, postseasons just around that corner. NHL and NBA seasons are also about to start and get underway. Everything is going to be posted at westthesportsguy.com. Social media links, the podcast link, it's all right there for you. Conveniently located at westthesportsguy.com. I will see you next time.